I'm at that point in the transfer window now where it's starting to make me a bit sad. Because last week we got in 2 players and now there seems to be nothing happening. We seem to have gone a bit static and other teams are signing players and it kind of makes me jealous. Am I wrong in saying that you're not a West Ham fan if you don't feel that way at this point of the year? Because I do. Even admitted there's not going to be a lot of positivity on the podcast when he dropped it on Monday. And there wasn't really much to talk about in terms of incoming players. Jesse Lingard stuff, I'm not interested right now. I don't want to do it. And then this is not the point of the video, as you see in the title. It's because of some scouting work that some of our players have done. Well, Naif Aguerd, the new Moroccan centre-back that has signed for us. Look, if you think that a player scouting or recommending compatriots is a bad thing, it's not. Every club actually has players that do it, I think you'll find. It's not taking Rob Newman's job. It's not taking a scouting job. It's just a suggestion. I think that's what happened at Celtic because they have 3 or 4 Japanese players in their team that have probably been recommended by Kyogo Furuhashi. Suchek recommended Vladimir Sofal and then later Alex Kral. I mean, Sofal had a blinder of a debut season for West Ham. Kral, that's one that got away that we probably won't talk about. But overall, good signings. So Aguerd has recommended 3 Moroccans to West Ham. I'm going to talk about them in brief in this video. The first player is Amin Harit. He is an attacking midfielder who is 23 years old and he's recently come back from a loan spell at Marseille, although he is contracted to Schalke 04. Let me just see what it says about him here. Because I don't know. I usually do my research before these videos, but I haven't had a chance today because I've just been very busy, but we're working on all of that. He really started to blossom in a 3-4-2-1 formation in the Bundesliga, which I can believe because it's more of an attacking league. He was able to interchange as a midfielder and as a holding striker. And he became quite popular amongst the Schalke fans. He went on loan out to Marseille, but I believe that a lot of clubs in France are having financial problems and he wasn't going to sign permanently because of this. Which is fair enough. Harit's able to dictate the tempo of a game and start attacking moves. And he's not the one that applies the final pass. I think the build-up play is more important than the final pass. The final pass is obviously the end product of the build-up play. But you need someone who's very competent in that process because then it results in a good play being made. And a lot of teams sometimes lack that. Harit's able to create from the middle. So that's a good thing. Second player is Sofian Amrabat. I nearly read this like double-crossed and thought it said Abdul Tarat, if you remember him. Didn't he play for Spurs and QPR? He was linked with Tottenham back in January for a loan move, even linked with Crystal Palace and Watford in 2017. Amrabat is Dutch-born, and his brother Norden actually played for Watford. I didn't even know that. I don't remember that name. He's played in Italy, Belgium, and in the Netherlands. And he's a box-to-box midfielder, so that's a Suchek kind of player. This could possibly be the depth on Suchek's particular positioning should we not sell the Czech player. He's known for being a strong tackler of the ball, is Amrabat, and he was able to be part of a Spurs, he would have been rather, I should say in the conditional tense, being a part of a Spurs team with a bulky midfield. So, having said that, I don't think it would have made much sense for him to even go to Spurs, because they've got a lot of midfielders anyway. He's previously filled in on the wing and as a wing-back position. Previously, he said that he wanted to join a Premier League team. In 2017, he said, and I quote, "You are flattered when you get linked with a Premier League club. That's a compliment and says I'm doing well. There is still nothing concrete though. I'm going to only think about it when it is relevant. The Premier League is a competition where I could play. It would fit well with me." So he was open to move into the Premier League as well. He's been described as tall and elegant by the Italian media. He's comfortable playing in the centre or in front of the defence. Okay, seems quite a well-rounded player. And the final player is Sofian Rahimi, who plays in the United Arab Emirates for Al Ain FC. This is a player I actually had never heard of before. He played for Raja Casablanca. I've heard of that team for some reason. I'm assuming it's one of the biggest in Morocco. And he's now playing in the Middle East. He's recently turned 26 years old, same age as Aguerd, and he plays left winger. Oh, we need a left winger. Yes. Yeah, we need a left winger. If what Aguerd is saying about this guy is actually true, we could have an underrated baller in our hands. This guy can also play right winger, although he's more comfortable on the left because he shoots with his right foot. And could even play as a centre forward. Okay. Scored 6 goals in 16 appearances for the national team. In the UAE Pro League, he's made 23 appearances, 8 goals, 12 assists. Not bad. Don't forget, the Lanzini played in the Middle East as well, before he came to West Ham. We hadn't heard of the team he played for before he came to us, but he turned out to be quite a little gem, really, that jewel, the diamond in the dirt again. If Rahimi really is what they're saying about him, it'd be worth the risk. I'd rather have him than Jesse Lingard. Right now, I really would. Why don't we get a young, hungry player instead of someone who's demanding higher wages? I mean, Aguerd's doing Rob Newman's job for him here, and he's recommended, out of those players, I would take 2. I would take Amrabat and Rahimi, if I had to. But I wouldn't always rely on the player for scouting, because it's not saying it's bad luck, really. I mean, it's not. But it's what Rob Newman and David Moyes are meant to be doing. I mean, Newman's getting all his targets out, and Moyes isn't doing anything. So Aguerd's making it on himself to actually get something done. So bravo, Naif, bravo. You recommended 3 players here, and hopefully they're 3 little Moroccan gems as well. So we might be building a Moroccan revolution, and obviously that's good for the publicity of the club. Who knows? We'll see what happens over the next 4 weeks or so. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Wheel and Deal. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe for more content. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all soon.